what I wish I knew at 20 instead of 30. Travel Trek here, and listen up because this one is important, especially if you're about to hit the road. Stay tuned for the top 10 travel mistakes people make, the stuff you absolutely need to avoid to keep your adventures smooth and memorable for all the right reasons. Look, we've all been there. That moment when you realize you're stranded without a clue, or worse, stuck with a ridiculous bill you didn't see coming. It's the kind of stuff that can turn your dream trip into a total nightmare. So whether you're a seasoned nomad or just itching to get out there and explore, these tips are pure gold. Get ready for an exciting journey as we explore the top 10 travel mistakes to avoid. Let's dive in. Welcome to Travel Trek. Alright guys, let's get real for a second. Bad stuff happens even on vacation. You might think you're invincible, but trust me, you're not. You could trip, break a leg, end up in some random clinic in the middle of nowhere, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. Or your flight gets canceled, your luggage decides to go on its own adventure, whatever. These things happen more often than you think. Point is, unexpected things cost money. And that's where travel insurance swoops in to save the day. It's like having a superhero in your back pocket. Seriously, it's not about being a downer, it's about being smart. You wouldn't drive without car insurance, right? Think of it like this. You're spending all this time, energy, and cash on this awesome trip, right? You want to make sure it's protected. Insurance is like that little extra that protects your investment. It's peace of mind, knowing you're covered. Medical emergencies abroad can be crazy expensive, and we're not just talking a few bucks here. We're talking thousands, tens of thousands, even more depending on what goes down. We're talking thousands, tens of thousands, even more depending on what goes down, and those bills can add up fast, and let's be real, nobody's rolling in dough like that. Most of us can't afford to pay out of pocket for these unexpected expenses. But it's not just medical, it covers all sorts of stuff. Lost luggage, cancellations, delays, all those little things that can turn a dream trip into a nightmare. It's like having a safety net for your entire trip. You can relax and enjoy, knowing you're covered. Trust me, it's worth it. Don't even think about traveling without it. Okay, let's talk packing. It's an art, really. I've been there, that struggle of lugging around a massive suitcase, feeling every ounce in my shoulders. It's exhausting and can really put a damper on your travel experience. But here's the thing I've learned, less is always more. When you pack light, you open up a world of possibilities. Packing light is a game changer, seriously. It transforms the way you travel, making everything so much easier and more enjoyable. First off, no more checked baggage fees, which are basically just a way for airlines to squeeze more money out of you. Those fees can add up quickly, eating into your travel budget. Save that cash for something way more exciting, like street food or an extra night in a cool hostel. Imagine all the delicious meals and unique experiences you could have with that extra money. Plus, think about the freedom. You can navigate those crowded subway stations, hop on and off trains, and bounce between Airbnbs without feeling like you're carrying your entire life on your back. It's liberating. Here's the key pack versatile pieces. A few basic tees, a pair of jeans, and items that can be mixed and matched. A jacket that goes with everything. This way you can create multiple outfits with just a few items. And shoes? One comfortable pair for walking because you'll be doing a lot of exploring, one dressier option if you need it. This covers all your bases without overpacking. Rolling your clothes instead of folding them is another pro tip. It maximizes space and keeps your clothes wrinkle-free. Saves space and prevents wrinkles. You'll be amazed at how much more you can fit into your suitcase. Trust me, once you experience the joy of traveling light, you'll never go back to those monster suitcases. It's a whole new way to travel, and it's absolutely worth it. Alright, let's talk tourist traps. You know those places, right? Overpriced, overcrowded, and about as authentic as a plastic Eiffel Tower keychain. They're everywhere, but don't worry. I'm gonna give you the lowdown on how to spot them, and, more importantly, how to find the real hidden gems. First things first, if it's plastered all over those cheesy tourist brochures or every other person you meet recommends it, chances are it's a trap. These places prey on unsuspecting tourists. So do your research. Instead of just hitting up the first restaurant you see, dive into online reviews. Look for places where the locals eat, those hole-in-the-wall spots with the best food and the most character. Trust me, your taste buds will thank you. And don't be afraid to get lost, to wander off the beaten path. That's where you'll find the real heart and soul of a place. Alright, let's talk about respect. When you're traveling, you're stepping into someone else's home, someone else's culture. And just like you wouldn't barge into someone's house and start disrespecting their rules, you gotta show the same respect when you're exploring a new place. Every country, every city, even every neighborhood has its own customs and traditions, and it's our responsibility as travelers to be mindful of that. It's not about being perfect, It's about making an effort, about showing that you care. Do a little research before you go. Learn a few basic phrases in the local language, even if it's just hello and thank you. It goes a long way. Find out about the local customs, what's considered polite and what's not. Dress appropriately, especially when visiting religious sites. Remember, it's all about being respectful, being mindful, and being open to new experiences. Alright, we live in a digital world, right? Our lives revolve around our gadgets. Our phones are basically extensions of ourselves. They help us capture memories, navigate new places, and stay connected. But here's the thing about traveling. Technology can fail, and when it does, you gotta be prepared. A dead phone or no signal can turn a dream trip into a nightmare. Imagine this. You're in a foreign country, no Wi-Fi, your phone's dead, and you have no idea how to get back to your hotel. It's a scenario no one wants to face. Not a good look, right? Panic sets in, and suddenly, your adventure feels more like a misadventure. That's why having a backup plan is crucial. Preparation can make all the difference. First things first, download offline maps before you go. It's a simple step that can save you a lot of trouble. Google Maps. Maps.me, whatever works for you. These apps can be lifesavers when you're off the grid. That way, even if you don't have data, you can still navigate like a pro. No more wandering aimlessly. And don't underestimate the power of a good old-fashioned map. It's a reliable backup. Grab one at the airport or your hotel, mark up the important spots, and keep it handy. It's a tangible guide you can always rely on. Mark up the important spots and keep it handy. It's low-tech, reliable, and could save you a whole lot of hassle. It's low-tech, reliable, and could save you a whole lot of hassle. Plus, it's a great way to engage with your surroundings. Another pro tip: carry a portable charger. Keeping your devices powered up is essential. Remember, technology is great, but it's not infallible. Being prepared ensures your trip remains enjoyable, no matter what. Alright, let's talk money, specifically how to avoid getting ripped off when exchanging your hard-earned cash. Because let's be real, nobody wants to waste money on bad exchange rates. First things first, those currency exchange booths at airports and tourist hotspots, avoid them like the plague. They usually have the worst rates and they know you're desperate. Instead, do your research. Check out online currency converters to get an idea of the current exchange rates. xe.com is a good one. That way, you'll know if you're getting a fair deal. ATMs are usually your best bet. They tend to offer the most competitive rates, but check with your bank about foreign transaction fees before you go. You don't want any surprise charges on your statement. Remember, it's all about being smart with your money. Alright, let's talk accommodation. Your hotel, your hostel, your Airbnb, it's your home away from home, right? So you gotta make sure it's the right fit. And the key to finding the perfect place? Reviews, reviews, reviews. Seriously, those things are gold. They'll give you the real deal on what to expect, the good, the bad, and the just plain weird. Don't just rely on the hotel's website, those are always going to be super polished and positive. Dig deeper, check out TripAdvisor, Booking.com, all those sites where people share their honest experiences. Look for patterns in the reviews. Are people constantly complaining about the noise, the cleanliness, the rude staff? Red flags, my friend. On the flip side, are they raving about the comfy beds, the killer breakfast, the helpful staff? Sounds like a winner. And don't underestimate the power of photos. Remember, a little research goes a long way. Alright, let's talk itineraries. Yes, it's good to have a plan to know what you want to see and do, but here's the thing. Don't overplan. Leave some room for spontaneity for those unexpected moments that make travel so incredible. Think of your itinerary as a loose guide, not a rigid schedule. Because sometimes the best experiences are the ones you don't plan for. That random conversation with a local that leads you to a hidden gem, that impromptu decision to hop on a train to a new city, those are the moments you'll remember forever. Don't be afraid to deviate from the plan, to say yes to adventure, so loosen up, go with the flow, and let the journey unfold naturally. Alright, let's talk safety. Because as much as we love adventure, it's important to be prepared, just in case. And one of the easiest ways to stay safe while traveling is to share your plans with someone back home. Before you jet off, give a trusted friend or family member a copy of your itinerary. Let them know where you're going, where you're staying, and when you expect to be back. That way, if anything unexpected happens, someone knows where to find you. And it's not just about emergencies, it's also about peace of mind. Knowing that someone back home knows your whereabouts can give you a sense of security, especially if you're traveling solo. Another pro tip: check in with your people regularly. It takes 2 seconds and can save a lot of worry. Alright, let's be real, travel isn't always sunshine and rainbows. Sometimes flights get delayed, plans fall apart, and things just don't go your way. But here's the thing, it's all about how you handle those challenges. Maintaining a positive mindset is crucial, especially when things get tough. Because when you approach those bumps in the road with a good attitude, it's amazing how much smoother the journey becomes. Remember, travel is an adventure, and adventures come with their fair share of unexpected twists and turns. It's all part of the experience. So stay positive, keep exploring, and never stop seeking out new adventures. So there you have it, guys. The top 10 travel mistakes to avoid, straight from yours truly. Listen, I've made my fair share of blunders on the road, but hey, that's how we learn, right? These tips, they're all about helping you avoid those rookie errors and have the most epic, unforgettable adventures. So get out there, explore the world, and remember, the best adventures are the ones we make ourselves. Safe travels, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more travel advice and inspiration.